It's been an incredible journey so far in St. Louis, for our organization and for me personally. There was a big question in our heads as to whether or not our model would work in a place like St. Louis. St. Louis is a place where in 2016 you don't need to be in any particular neighborhood to start a company. There are many places in the United States where you need to be in certain areas if you're going to attract the right talent or raise the right level of capital. That's certainly the case in some of the thriving hubs like Silicon Valley and San Francisco and Boston and New York. And so here we are trying to create this thing that pulls these people and these disparate groups in St. Louis together. And it wasn't clear to us that this would work. We think it would, but we weren't sure. It's also the state that's called the Show Me State. And so I think I really understand now what that means. You really need to build something here, have it installed, open your doors before people are really going to feel more comfortable kicking the tires. And so we were, right up until the day we launched, pretty on edge that this was going to work. And so what I have found is that we have been incredibly well embraced by the city of St. Louis and the people here. And we are now recognized as a major hub for innovation, not only in St. Louis, but I would argue the entire Midwest region of the United States. And that's our goal, and there's nothing short of that we're aspiring to do here. And so what this has taught us is that a city like St. Louis, even though it doesn't have the scale and all the necessary pieces to become the next San Francisco, you can go really, really far with a committed group of people on the local level. I would also say that we saw the wisdom in the model that is now Cortex, and we were scratching our heads, asking ourselves sort of, how come nobody else is doing it like this? There are many other cities that are trying to create an innovation economy. We were asking ourselves the question, why haven't other cities picked up on what's going on in St. Louis? There are many cities around the United States that are trying to create economies based on small businesses. That's where most reports tell us that new jobs are coming from. And now looking at Cortex in 2016, it's clear just in the progress that they've made in the past couple of years, this is a model that's going to be studied all over the world for many, many years to come. And so there's something really wonderful and special about being here, one of the early adopters. It's very rewarding to be able to look back even just 2 years ago and say that we've been able to help Dennis Lauer and Cortex and the founding members of the organization and the partner universities and the medical community, and say, look at what's going on here, and look at the potential that it's creating for the future.